Hey, what is up? My name is Jocelyn, and welcome to my podcast. Cue the intro music. Hi, thank you for joining me today. I hope you are all having a great day. If you're not, I hope it does get better, and I hope you're smiling. If you're not smiling, smile right now. It's a demand. You have to smile. If you didn't smile, then I'm disappointed, but, it's all right. It's whatever. Today's episode is a holiday special. More specifically, a Christmas holiday special. I love Christmas. If you didn't listen to my last episode, I love Christmas. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite holidays in the whole entire world. The snow, the music, the hot chocolate, the decorating the Christmas tree, Secret Santa, seeing people that you love. It truly is a magnificent holiday. Today's episode, though, is going to be focused on which episodes I believe are the best, in my opinion, of course, but I usually am never wrong, so keep that in mind. This episode, okay, let's just get into it, give you a brief summary of what it's going to be about. I will enlighten you on the Office Holiday Special episodes, the Christmas ones, of course, and give you a ranking of the best to the okay-ish episodes. Actually, no, the opposite way. I'm going to give you a ranking from the okay-ish to the greatest and best episodes. I'm probably going to go off track on most episodes. It's just a little flaw of mine. I will try to fix it, though, if I do too much. And warning, big warning. Please listen. Warning, okay? I could potentially say some spoilers, so if you are not big on spoilers or if you haven't seen any of the following Christmas episodes or any of the show episodes, I highly recommend you not to listen to this and, just, I don't know. Or unless you want to listen, then go ahead, you do you. Okay, now just for a little bit of an introduction to what the Christmas episodes are like, there is at least one episode per season. Season 1 and Season 4 are excluded, of course. Each episode ranges from 30 to 40 minutes, so they can be on the little bit of a longer side compared to the normal episodes, but that makes them the best part because that means that you can totally sit, have snacks, just be chilling in your pajamas or in bed, whatever, and just binge watch all the episodes. Honestly, even if you haven't seen the show completely, or even if you haven't watched it, I totally recommend just binge watching all the Christmas episodes because regardless of my rankings, they are truly just all completely together. Just pretty amazing episodes, in my opinion. So, here are my rankings. Number 1 on the okay-ish list. Number 1 on the okay-ish episode is Secret Santa from Season 6. I don't even know where to start. Honestly, you know what? This episode, it really did run short on the funny jokes, at least on Michael's part. I'd have to say that this is one of those episodes where Michael was just a little bit too mean. Now, Michael can be mean, but it's funny for most of the times, at least in my opinion. He's I don't know, he's little kid mean, if that makes sense. He's when kids would be in elementary and they'd make fun of each other and be like, your mom types of jokes. That's how Michael is, as in being mean. But in this episode specifically, he really did just overstep, in my opinion. He overdid his usual tantrums, and he took things out on Phyllis too much. Phyllis was not doing anything. She was just, she wanted to do something new. She wanted to try out something new, do something out of her comfort zone, just because she truly wanted to. I've said that so many times. And then Michael just came in, started being like a little kid, started throwing his tantrums, being like, no, me, and I will get everything that I want. And of course, he does everything to, get what he wants, and that makes me cringe so much, but honestly, I don't mind. Cringing is probably one of the best parts about the show. As much as it makes you cringe, it'll make you laugh afterwards. Next on the list is Christmas Wishes from Season 8. how do I say it? Okay, I'm going to try my best to not spoil too much, but this episode was the first episode with a missing character. I personally did not like that missing character not being there because I feel like they do bring a lot to the show, but not to mention, Andy does not play a good Santa. But honestly, I'm probably just saying that because I don't personally like Andy that much. He is one of the characters that, even though every single character did have their own ways of changing and having character development, Andy just never really... I just never really liked him. I never liked him from the start, and I actually never ended up liking him at the end, with even more reason. Honestly, if you get into the show, then you'll understand and probably side with me on that part. Andy just, he's just one of those characters that you're like, no, thank you. But anyways, I got bad vibes. I didn't like this episode. I really did cringe a lot. It's not the worst. It's not the worst episode, though. It's just an okay episode. Once again, just gonna emphasize that. Just because these episodes are like at the bottom doesn't mean that they're the worst episodes. They're just okay compared to the rest of the Christmas episodes. But yes, this episode was definitely cringy and just missing too many important things. Next on my list, I have Moroccan Christmas Season 5. This episode starts off pretty funny, a gym prank. Obviously, Jim pranking Dwight. I'm not going to spoil how he pranks him, but it's really funny. I loved it. It's one of my favorite pranks. This is just, once again, one of those episodes that I could barely watch without wanting to just skip through most of the parts and just get straight to the end. But even though I wanted to do that, the parts that I really wanted to skip through were really funny. I love them. They were just a little bit too cringy, for me at least. We see Meredith struggling with some issues. And Michael, he has a big heart. He really likes helping his employees. He's really caring. He really is. He's a really smart man. But just in times when he really does want to help, it doesn't do any good for any of the people that he's trying to help. And in this case, it did not turn out really well for both Meredith and Michael. I personally did not like the episode, but if you are all about hilarious chaos, then this episode is definitely for you. Next on the list, I have Classy Christmas Season 7. I absolutely love this episode. It's not at the very top of the list, but it's definitely, getting there. These last few episodes are, really close together, but, I had to rank them in some way. But in this episode, we see our character temporarily come back, and I love that they came back. I truly love this character. And Michael gets really excited about them coming back. So he starts planning a completely different party compared to the one that Pam had already planned. To just only be met with news that he would have likely been better off not listening to. So that was kind of sad just to see Michael defeated, a little bit bummed out. It really did get me frustrated this episode because I really wanted certain things to just immediately happen within that episode. But obviously they didn't, and it would take some time before those things actually did happen. We get to see Michael, once again, a bit defeated, so that even though Michael does annoy me for most of the show, it's just sad seeing Michael defeated in the way that he is, because he truly is really sad about the news that he got. So that's sad, but at the same time, this whole entire episode really gets you rooting for Michael, and just, it overall has you at the edge of your seat for sure. Next on my list is a Benihana Christmas. I think Benihana. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right. I'm just overthinking it. A Benihana Christmas Season 3. This episode is certainly, and I mean certainly, the definition of chaotic good. Michael is just getting out of a relationship. He was dumped, and it was a big mess. Trust me, it was a huge mess. So we see Michael in obviously not the greatest light. It's kind of sad to see him in the way that he is. But besides that, we get to see Jim's reaction to Pam and Karen's newfound friendship. It's kind of, dodgy. Am I using the right word? I don't think I am. It's it's like, it's funny to just see Jim squirming and everything, kind of like cringing completely. Obviously, we get to see some of Jim's pretty common facial expressions that obviously we just see all the time. I was supposed to make a point about this episode. What was it? Oh, okay. Michael. Okay, so Benihana. I don't really remember the whole entire episode. Oh my God. I say I love this show, and then there are parts that I completely forget. Like, I just blank out on the spot. But in the episode, Benihana's, or is it? It's a restaurant, okay? They go to Benihana or something like that. It's a restaurant. And Michael and Andy both bring back dates. And somewhere throughout the episode, Michael can't remember who his date is. So he gets a marker and marks the woman's arm to remember which one is his date, which is, oh my God, it's like, it made me laugh in the moment, but now that I'm looking back at it, it's like, it's not that funny. But trust me, if you watch the episode, you will definitely cackle and be like out of breath for the first few times that you watch the show. Obviously, if I'm explaining it, it's not going to be too funny, but trust me, just take my word for it, you'll laugh. Next on my list is Christmas Party Season 2. Now, this is the very, very first episode of the Christmas episodes for The Office. It is definitely a good classic. I love it so much. The employees participate in Secret Santa. Some get great gifts, and others, Michael, don't get what they want, resulting in a switcheroo of events so that Michael, of course, can get what he wants. We also get to see Jim and Pam's relationship a bit more in this episode. I really love this because I will admit I did start watching the show simply just for Jim and Pam's relationship because that's what really sparked my interest. But anyways, Jim gets Pam some meaningful mini gifts that are inside of a simple teal teapot, which is really cute. I love it. And then, Dwight gets his hands on it and everything because of the switcheroo of events and everything. But I just love that. We really get to see how much Jim really cares about Pam and how much he actually loves her. So, it's like, woo, you get a sneak peek into that. But overall, this episode has some pretty warm and happy endings, even though Michael, of course, does get, like a little grumpy child in the middle of the episode. But it definitely is overall a really great and happy, sweet episode. Next on my list is Dwight Christmas. Actually, it's the very, oh my God, I do this every single time. I did this with the last episode too. I don't even notice that I'm cutting into the very last part of I have everything planned out on a little Google Doc that I have in front of me and my phone, and I didn't even notice okay. Anyways, last episode, which is in my opinion the greatest episode. If you haven't really caught on and you don't know any of the episodes, Dwight Christmas is from season 9. The very last season in The Office. So, I'm going to get into it. Contrary to popular belief, I think that Dwight Christmas is just one of the greatest Christmas episodes. Now, I say contrary to popular belief because season 9 and season 8, which is when, a certain character starts not being in the show, those 2 seasons aren't really loved by many of the Office fans. I did do my research when I started getting into the show my sophomore year, and I learned that many people did not necessarily like the last few 2 seasons of the show. So I was really nervous to get into the last 2 seasons. I actually thought about not watching them at all, but I just forced myself to watch them, to truly understand the whole entire show and, just finish it completely. So it is, I do think it's actually contrary to popular belief, I feel like most people would probably put Christmas Party as the first one and Dwight Christmas probably I don't know, somewhere near the middle and not at the top. But of course, me being me, I just really love this episode because Dwight is very excited about his opportunity to celebrate Christmas in his own way. And it's really sweet to see him that happy, at least I believe. Yeah, you just see Dwight serious for most of the time in the show, and then you just get to see him really happy and excited like a little kid to be celebrating Christmas in his own way. And me loving Christmas, I just think that it's really great that we get to see Dwight that way. Had to pause halfway through there because I was obviously running out of breath I could literally feel it in my legs. Where did I leave off? Oh yeah, Dwight is celebrating Christmas in his own way, and it's really sweet to see him that excited. We also get to see Phyllis, okay? My girl Phyllis. She comes through with some blackmailing against the character. I promise it's not as dark as it sounds. It's really hilarious. I love it. But it's totally hilarious how she just goes about it, because Phyllis is seen as this, she's like an old lady. She's not really old, but she's pretty old in her age. She's very quiet, kept to herself. She is always getting stepped on by Angela because Angela is really mean. She's really strict. Oh my God. She's really strict and stuck up, and she's just always mean to Phyllis. And then Phyllis just completely turns around the situation, takes the information that she knows to her advantage, and just starts blackmailing Angela. And it's so hilarious. Trust me, it's just so funny. We also get to see Dwight, okay? Dwight, once again, being sweet and, cute and everything. Cute. Dwight is not cute, but what he does is cute. He helps some of his friends in a way that is not too surprising, of course, because, they are very close with each other. They're friends, of course. But it's just, it's great. Everything coming together with, it's just everything, okay? Trust me. I don't know how to explain it, but it's cute to see how Dwight is helping his friends. Once again, like I said in the beginning, there are a few missing characters in this episode, but I believe that the episode was just great overall. Everything was sort of normal. Not that I don't like it when it's not normal. I love the chaos. Trust me, I love it a whole lot, but it was refreshing to see a normal-ish episode. Besides the blackmailing, trust me, blackmailing is something like as normal as it gets, honestly, at least in my opinion. So, yeah, this is definitely an episode that I could just rewatch over and over again and just never truly get tired of it, which just puts everything into perspective. Woo! Okay. I don't even know what that noise was in the beginning. Oh my God. Anyways, this is the end of the episode. If you actually made it this far, that's a whole lot of commitment right there. You had to sit through my mumbling and stumbling over my words. So, golden sticker to you for that. Thank you. Actually, just to check if anybody made it this far, because this is probably going to be like 20 minutes. Okay. There's this little section. I actually don't know where this is going to be put. I think it's going to be uploaded to the Columbus East High School news website. In that case, you obviously find your way here. But if you scroll down, there's a section that allows you to comment. So just go ahead and comment something down there. I don't know, something weird, like a Vine reference, a smiley face, a winky face. I don't know, an Office reference. Just so that I know that somebody actually listened to this, just to out of curiosity. Anyways, this is the last episode of my podcast series. I'm sure if I do this more often, I will definitely get better at it. But of course, it's just practice. I'm not used to talking this much, so my voice is definitely beat up completely. I can feel the lump in my throat from speaking too much. I mean, you definitely heard it right there. But thank you so much for listening to these 2 episodes. If you did, I appreciate you. I love you. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you do have a great rest of your day. I'm going to play some Christmas bangers for the very end, just vibe with the Christmas music for the last few minutes. But, I'm getting awkward again. Thank you so much. Anyways, thank you for listening to me and just dealing with me and everything. Happy holidays to all of you. Merry Christmas, Merry Chrysler, everything, Happy holidays.